So, what's the real reason you get out of bed and go to work every day? Well, if you think it's just about profit, you might be missing the whole point. Today, we're going to explore the true purpose of business, that powerful why that drives the most legendary companies, and honestly, it can totally transform the way you approach your own work. So, let's just put the big question right on the table. What is the true purpose of business? We're always told it's all about making money, the bottom line, but is that really the whole story? I don't think so. So let's dig in and see what's really going on. All right, to really get our heads around this, here's the path we're going to take. First, we'll look beyond the bottom line. Then we'll talk about the customer foundation. After that, we'll get into the engine of excellence, see how growing your people is a total game changer, and finally, we'll uncover the ultimate reward that ties it all together. Okay, so first things first, we've got to shift our perspective a little. The most legendary businesses, the ones we all admire, they don't see profit as the main goal. They see it as a byproduct of doing something great. They're playing a totally different game with a much deeper philosophy. They understand that just chasing money, well, that rarely leads to greatness. So, where does this deeper purpose really begin? It all starts with the customer, every single time. And I'm not just talking about, good service. This is about a complete and total obsession with the people you're lucky enough to serve. This is the foundation, the bedrock that everything else is built on. I want you to think about this for a second. You're in the dream-making business. No, seriously. What are the top 3 biggest dreams of your customers? If you can get laser-focused on those dreams and build something that genuinely helps them get there, you're not just selling a product anymore. You're creating lifelong fanatical fans. And on the flip side of fulfilling dreams is an idea that's just as powerful. You are in the pain removal business. Your job is to become an expert at spotting the frustrations, the little hassles, and the big problems your customers deal with every day, and then to just elegantly wipe them away, make their lives easier, simpler, and better. And this slide, it just breaks it down perfectly. Let's take headphones. We've all been there, right? The cords get tangled in a giant knot, they fall out of your ears when you're running, and the sound is just meh. A great business doesn't just accept that. No way. They design a tangle-free material, a secure fit that actually stays put, and an incredible audio experience. It's a brilliant example of how eliminating frustration creates just undeniable value. So you're fulfilling dreams, you're removing pain, but there's a third piece, fueling pure joy. It's a simple truth, really. People absolutely love doing business with people who love what they do. I love this story about a server named Alberto in Rome. He doesn't just work for a paycheck. He works with this genuine love and passion. He sparkles. And that energy is contagious. It turns a simple meal into this joyful, unforgettable experience that makes people want to come back again and again. Okay, so being obsessed with your customer, that's the foundation. But how do you actually do it? How do you deliver on that promise day in and day out? Well, that requires building a powerful internal engine of excellence. And that engine runs on 2 core principles. First up for your engine is this incredible idea, the 10x value obsession. The goal, it's shockingly simple. For every single dollar a customer gives you, your mission is to deliver 10 times that in pure value. See, this isn't a transaction anymore. It's an act of radical generosity. And when you operate from that place of abundance, you stop being just another company. You start becoming a movement. And the second principle, it's all about total craft mastery. This is the deep down belief that you don't just have a job, you have a craft. So, are you a student of your game? Are you constantly reading the books, taking the courses, and learning from the absolute best to get better every single day? That relentless pursuit of mastery is what separates the good from the truly legendary. But here's the thing, that engine of excellence, it can't just be you. To really make a huge impact, your business has to become a multiplier. So how do you do that? By understanding that the single greatest investment you can ever make is in your people. Because here's the truth, the growth of your company will never, ever outpace the growth of your team. I just want to pause on this for a second because this is a massive, game-changing idea. The quickest way to grow your company is to grow your people. It's so easy to think that growth just means more customers or more staff. But what if the real secret, the real accelerator, is unlocking the massive potential of the team you already have? What if your main job isn't managing, but developing talent?
This totally flips the old school idea of leadership on its head, right? A great leader's number one job isn't managing tasks, it's building people. It's about seeing that spark of talent in someone, maybe even before they see it in themselves. It's about mentoring, coaching, and inspiring them to become absolute masters of their craft, to create a whole team of Picassos that elevates the entire organization.
So, when you put all of this together, when you serve your customers with total excellence, and you build this incredible team of masters, it all leads to the final and, honestly, the most meaningful purpose of all, creating a life of deep fulfillment and a legacy that actually lasts. And look, this is where it all connects. It's a natural progression. When you pour your heart into serving customers with excellence, the market rewards you. And that reward isn't just about profit, it's the resource, the fuel, to design a beautiful life for you and for the people you love. It's the freedom to live your dreams. But look, having money and freedom, that's awesome, but it's just the start of the reward. The deepest kind of fulfillment comes when your business becomes more than just a business. It becomes a platform for positive change. Your work transforms into an instrument of service, a real way to leave the world a little bit better than you found it. That's when you know you're not just making a living, you're making a difference. And that brings us to the final, and I think, the most important question of all. Every single day through the work you do, the value you create, and the people you lift up, you are building something far more lasting than a company. You are building your name, your reputation. That is your true legacy. So as we wrap this up, just ask yourself, long after the profits are counted and spent, what will your name stand for?